everyone, welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star. If you're new here or you haven't yet, please consider subscribing and helping us feed a hungry hippo. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Today we're doing a haul video. I have not done one of these in probably a year. If we're not counting ThredUp unboxings, I'm talking an actual, genuine, I went out into the wild to a thrift store and chose items off the rack myself and brought them home. Keith washed them and dried them, and here they are to show you guys. I have not done one of these in a long time. I honestly don't go thrifting that often anymore. We go about once a month, and by we, I mean me. I don't know why I said we. Keith does not go. I go with my local eBay meetup group. If you are near the Pittsburgh area and you would like to meet up with us, we're on Facebook, Mid-Atlantic Online Resellers. I'll put a link down below. But we meet once a month to go out to dinner and talk business. We laugh, we have fun, we learn from each other. And then once a month, we pick a place to go thrifting. We usually meet in a general location and then kind of carpool wherever we're going. We hit the best sales. So we have a couple folks in the group who like to watch for church sales and yard sales. I know where all the good 99-cent thrifts are. So we have a good time. So in July, our trip was to the Salvation Army. Every Monday, Salvation Army puts 3 of their colors tags on sale. 1 goes down to 99 cents and 2 go half off. And it starts Monday morning, so we like to go Mondays. Most of you probably know I'm even laughing at myself. If it's 99 cents, it's coming home with me. Unless it is utter trash, destroyed, broken zippers, ripped crotch, things I just cannot resell, or just like an utter trash brand, which I would leave behind. But generally speaking, I genuinely am not discerning when it comes to 99-cent day. If it's a bread and butter brand, if it's a pair of jeans I know I can get 20 bucks for, and that's all in with shipping, I'm going to source them. I get a lot of Walmart plus size jeans, a lot of lower end brands. I had 2 carts full. In fact, if you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you probably saw my little short video, my reel of both of the carts overflowing with jeans. And I put some stuff back, and there's also a reel on that. So make sure you're following me on Instagram where I put my shorter videos of my adventures. But for the most part, everything that I picked to take that was 99 cents did come home with me. There were a couple pieces that were damaged I had to put back. And there were a handful of items that were going to be half off or full price that I thought were going to be worth it, but I did take the time to comp them just to be sure and put them back. So this isn't even all of what came home with me. I'm going to have another haul video next week. So this is going to be part 1. I spent right at $85. So that's about 85 items. And a lot of it was plus size. I would say like probably 90% of my haul are plus size jeans. When I went down the rack of plus size, I felt like everything was the 99-cent color. It was crazy. I was just pulling them off, loading up my cart. So I got a lot of those. I do like the plus size because even Walmart branded plus size jeans can sell for around $20 to $25. And they usually take a couple of weeks to sell. On paper, they take longer. On paper, they're slow. Like if you look at our jeans guide, but that's on paper, that's statistics, that's math. Sometimes what the reality is different than the statistics and the math. And you may even know that just within your friendship groups or the community that you're a part of with the reselling and the reselling world. Sometimes a brand that someone says, oh, I sell it all the time for a lot of money. It just flies out the door. You can't give it away. And then there's probably things that you sell really well that other people don't like. So for me, the plus size jeans sell for good money considering I only paid 99 cents to turn it into 25 minus fees and shipping. You're looking at $10 to $15 profit. So, and they sell fast for me. All right. So we do wash and dry everything that we thrift. It sits in the car. I put all of my thrifted items, no matter which thrift store I go to. They don't even supply plastic bags here anymore in Pittsburgh. But even when they used to not, I like to put everything in my own trash bags. I can tie them off real tight. They go in the back of my SUV, and they sit there. In the summer, they sit there in the heat, which is good. The heat will kill bed bugs and mites and things like that, which I'm wary of. I am a germaphobe, and I thrift and I resell for a living. It is a huge paradox, but I make it work. So everything sits in the garbage bags, and then Keith will bring in one bag at a time, and it goes right through our garage. Our laundry room is in the basement at the back of the garage, so it doesn't even go through the main area of the house or anything. It goes right through the garage to the laundry room, and then he'll wash it, and when it comes out of the dryer, he puts it in these boxes for me and brings it up. He is not through everything I bought. There was so much. He has not gotten through all the washing of it. And, you know, to be fair, plus size jeans are big. They take up a lot of room in the washing machine. So he can't get as many pieces in the washer at a time as when I bring home just like smaller size jeans or men's shirts and things like that. He can get more in the wash. So he's getting less in the wash. It's taking him a while. I told him, just bring up the 2 boxes you have for me. I'll show them those, and we can do a part 2 next week and show you the rest. Let's get into it. I'm going to try to teach you as I go, as usual, but a lot of these, like I said, are just going to be Walmart and bread and butter brands, and I got them because they were 99 cents, and they were plus size, and I know I can sell them. This is Levi's, just classic boot cut, size 22. If you ever see plus sizes with a W after the size, that W stands for women's. That's all it means. It's women's, but it's also going to be a plus size if you see that W. Oh, I'm not discerning when it comes to booty shorts either, you guys. These are cut off denim shorts with a nice button fly. They're Express, poop brand. I would never pick these. Actually, this is an example of a brand I would leave behind in full-length jeans. If I found Express jeans for 99 cents, they're staying on the rack. They're not coming home with me. If I found denim booty shorts or jackets in this brand for 99 cents, coming home with me. I'm just hoping I'm not throwing stuff on the floor. All right, I've got Rock and Republic. A lot of folks think this is a poop brand anymore, which it's not that great. I wouldn't call it poop. This is a size 24 W, women's. So this is a good plus size. The thing about the way he puts these in these boxes, so they can get wrinkled, but it's denim, and with a good shakeout, denim will unwrinkle. The scrub tops and men's shirts that I sometimes source, as soon as the dryer's done, we go down there and we tag team it. We pull them out nice and fresh and warm and fold them real nice, put them in these boxes so they don't wrinkle. They look nice in the photos. But listen, jeans, we just cram them in boxes. You can shake them out, make them look nice in photos when you arrange the layout, the flat lay. These are Lane Bryant. This is a decent bread and butter brand, size 22. These are Torrid, size 14. So Torrid's a really good brand as well. Torrid and Lane Bryant are well-known plus-size brands that have a following and a loyal customer base. These are Paige, not plus size, but I'm not leaving Paige behind. I start these around 30, 35. These are Old Navy. I pick up Old Navy no matter what. It's one of my favorite bread and butters. This is size 18, the Sweetheart. We've got Articles of Society. So this is a Bola brand, size 29. This would have been one that I would have paid full price for even. I always get this brand. I like this brand. In fact, let me pull up my guide real quick to tell you what I start them at. I can never remember offhand because I don't find them enough that I have it memorized the way I do Old Navy and Gap and American Eagle. So 40. Now that might change going into 2025. I'll be redoing my jeans guides and price guides, but that's 7 months away. So for now, those are $40 jeans. And that's $40 all in, so I'll put them up for about $32 plus 8 shipping. Jennifer Lopez. This used to be one of my favorite. When I first started reselling, this was one of my favorite bread and butter brands. I used to pick it up all the time, but now I kind of don't pick this brand up anymore unless it's plus size. So these are size jeans. 22, size 22 W. We've got another pair of Torrid. These are only size 12, but they're Torrid. So plus size usually on eBay is going to be considered size 16 and up. Poshmark considers size 14 and larger a plus size. So 12 is not a plus size anywhere, but these are Torrid and they're boyfriend jeans. That is going to be always coming home with me. I like Torrid. Terra and Sky. So this is a Walmart brand. This is the size 20. And this is an example, some I'll put up for 25. When I tell you they sell for 20 to 25, it's because sometimes I take offers. And we do run 30% off sales on the weekends because we like to encourage people right after payday or on the weekends when they're out. You know, more people are on their phones shopping on the weekends. More people get paid on Fridays. So if you're going to run sales or encourage folks to even a sale like buy two, get one free or combined shipping, anything like that, run your sales on the weekends because that's when folks are home. They're on their phone. They're shopping. They've just got their paychecks. It's always a good idea to run sales on the weekend. But I do start these at 25, and that's like 17 plus 8 shipping. This is Judy Blue. So this is a Bolo brand. I did pay half price for these. So I paid $3 for these Judy Blues. And this, as far as finding it, is a new to me brand this year. Start them around 40 or 45. I knew about these for the longest time. I could never find them. I never got any in a thread up box. I never found them in the wild. And this year I started finding them at the, actually since last year, in 23, in one of my trips to the Salvation Army, I found a whole bunch of Judy Blue at the one Salvation Army here. So that's a Bolo. Judy Blue is a Bolo. Lee, Total Freedom. So these, again, Lee's not that great of a brand, but these are plus size. I'm not even seeing a size tag on here, which is okay because I'll just measure it and, you know, just disclose that it doesn't have a size tag and these are the measurements. But they have a nice elastic waistband. We've got Old Navy. These do not have a size. It's faded. But that's okay because, again, you can do measurements. You just have to disclose to your buyer that it doesn't have tags or the tag is faded. I like to put it in like 8 different places. I'm exaggerating, but you know, buyers don't pay attention or read. So if you're going to do something like that, you need to put it in several places and call their attention to it. These are size 18, Old Navy. We've got another pair of Old Navy here, size 18. There were a lot of those. They were all together on the same rack. So this is Wax Jean, But I Love You. These are not bolos, but I would call these the bolos of the bread and butter world. These are the But I Love Yous, and then there is a YMI Wanna Betta Butt. So the Wanna Betta Butt is by YMI, and the Wax Jean and the Royalty Jeans brands make the But I Love You. Whenever you see those, if they're just a couple of bucks or less, you want to grab them. Again, they're not bolos, but they're the bolo of the bread and butter world, and I'll tell you why. Because they'll sell for $20 to $25. Sometimes you have to take 18 on a best offer if it's a really small size. But if it's a bigger size or it's got button flies or anything, you can go all the way up to 25. I start mine at 25. I start things high, so you can start yours at 20. But they will sell within a week or two. So they sell very quickly. They sell for good money considering you're going to get them for like $1 or $2. Most of them come in smaller sizes, so they actually take up less room when you're storing them before they sell, and they cost less to ship. And they have a very loyal fan base, both the But I Love Yous and the Wanna Betta Butts. There are buyers out there that wear them. That's all they wear. They love them. They're constantly online looking to see if anybody listed any in their size. And that is why they have such a fast sell-through rate. But I always start mine around 25. All right. These are Old Navy 24. And then I have Chico's So Slimming. So what I would like to say about Chico's is their tops, their blouses, their women's like business coats, those kinds of things, I would still source if I liked doing women's tops, which I don't. It's one of my least favorite things to do. In fact, I'm not a fan of doing women's tops. I will if I find a great one. I'm not going to walk by a Johnny Was at the thrift, and I do still get scrub tops and things. But as far as like fashion like that and shoes, Chico's is good. But for my own personal thrifting, when it comes to Chico's, even when they're 99 cents, I don't really source the jeans anymore unless they're these So Slimming. And then they have a So Lifting line. So they're slimming and lifting. Those I will grab for up to even $2 or $2.50 because I can sell them for about 25 bucks. Just remember that Chico's has vanity sizing. So with a quick Google search, you can get a size chart that tells you Chico size and then the standard US size, and you want to include both in your listing. I usually put the actual size, like the American size, in the title because more buyers are looking for that than I think Chico's buyers looking for the 0.5. But that's a personal choice. It's whatever you think your buyers or people are searching for on eBay. And then in the description, I'll put both, and I just bring the buyer's attention to it. Just make sure you include both because someone who's not familiar with Chico's doesn't know that this is a vanity size, and they're going to need to know what this equates to their standard US size. Seasoned Chico's buyers and loyal customers to them will know their size in Chico's. All right, I have a couple more over on this chair. I'll be right back. The 7-Eleven Skinny by Levi's is size 28. These are not plus size, and I start the 7-Elevens around 35. These are Old Navy, size 22. And they're stuck. Give me a second. All right, I got Old Navy, size 24. These are a special Old Navy Women's Plus. So even though I know that I start Old Navy around 25 plus size, regular women's Old Navy, I start around 20. I might like try to see if I can Google image that tag and see if it's vintage or anything special or worth more money. Maurice's. This is a poop brand. I advise people to avoid this at all costs, with the exception of a 99-cent pair of size 20W long jeans, any plus size. Like I said, I grab anything that's plus size that's 99 cents. I will still list these for about 20, maybe even 25. Because they're also long. So that's two specialty sizes. They're plus size and they're long. So they're made for taller folks. And you can charge more for stuff like that. Another pair of Old Navy, size 18. And Old Navy, size 18. There were a lot of Old Navy size 18s, and they were like kind of all together on the rack. So I make stories sometimes when I source. I'm sure other folks do too. So if I find like a whole rack of the same jeans brand and size, I like to think about the person who donated them to the thrift. You know, there's the sad story of someone passed away and their family donated all their clothes. Or you could go the happy route and think, you know, someone lost weight. Someone worked really hard and lost weight, and they don't wear a size 18 anymore. So they donated all their jeans so they could go down a size. Or maybe they gained weight. But I always like to make stories in my head when I find stuff at the thrift. All right, you see these? These have already all been measured. So we're going to go through these very carefully because I don't want them out of order. I write them in order on my sheet and keep them in order in this file. And that way, when I go to take my photos, I am going in the order that I measured so I can take my picture of this. This is the last picture I take on every listing of jeans. So I have my measurements. All right, we have Old Navy size 24. These are another pair of Lee Riders with the stretch waistband, and these are size 24, and these are also long. So they're tall, and you can see the stretch waistband. We've got 24 long Vera Wang. That's a decent brand. especially with plus size. We've got Lee, 22 long. So there must have been a bunch of longs, a bunch of tall people donating jeans. A lot of these are, this is 22 times 34. So these are men's. I thought so. Wrangler, men's. You can tell by the pocket. We've got Old Navy, 24 long. Old Navy Rockstar jeans, 24. We've got JM collection. This is just my size 16. This has a different kind of enclosure. It has a different kind of button, and I'll just put that in the listing. I'll put pictures of it. We've got Old Navy 24 tall. And the Levi's 415 classic boot. I don't even think I have 415s on my list. I do not. There are so many Levi's out there that when I encounter new to me Levi's, I do add them to my pricing guide, and then they'll eventually make their way into my jeans guide every year when I update it. But I'm forever finding new to me. There's the ones I find all the time that are really common. There's some I find sometimes. There's some I've never found until I find one. And those are also plus size. So that's the first part of the haul that I brought home from Salvation Army. Like I said, it was really the jackpot when I got to the plus size jeans aisle. They do separate them there. They have jeans, and then they have the next aisle over is the plus size. I went through all the scrubs and the men's shirts and the jeans, and I had like almost a full cart. I was pretty happy. It wasn't like a huge haul or anything to write home about. I had a good amount though, maybe like a day or two's worth of listing. But when I started to go through the plus size, and it was just one after the other, after the other, after the other, like I just wiped out that whole rack. I took everything. I'm like, well, this is where the jackpot was today. It was in the plus size jeans, and I like it because plus size sells for more money. Plus size sells more quickly, and more folks are looking for plus size. So that's a bonus every time. I will be back with the rest of the thrifted Salvation Army clothes next week. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about anything you saw in this video today or reselling in general, leave it in the comments down below or join our Facebook group, Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. Go be productive, guys. Go make some money. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Y'all are the best. Bye.